Okay, we're going to make the heart for the top of the cake. When I'm done with my mat, I will use a Clorox clean wipe and wipe it down and let it air dry. And then go over it with a wet washcloth, clean wet washcloth to take all the Clorox off of it. So it just sanitizes it a little bit more.
Plus Clorox is tasty. Is there an approximate crusting time?
Depends on your weather and your temperature in the house. It doesn't have to crust, you just feel, you can tell when you've worked with it long enough that it's crusting.
So a minute or 2 minutes or something like that?
You can tell it's really crusted by right here, those edges. See how they're just a little bit cracking? That's where you know you've got it cracked. You've got it crusted. All right. Other tools I was going to tell you about besides this ribbon tool is if I wanted to really rush it and cut out a bigger thing of fondant for the ruffles, I could set this expensive tool to lock and run it through just like this.
Ooh.
Ta-da! But then I don't have that. But then if you don't want to ruffle, that's okay. There's all over the place. I found this in my drawer.
Wait, let me see the close-up.
See, it's got the ruffling on both sides. Okay. This one is from Pampered Chef, and it came with a ruffling tool and a straight tool. And there's one more that's somewhere around here. So they're everywhere. You don't have to buy, this one's like $20. This one was like $40. So each one, you know, this one was $2.
Yay!
Yay for $2. Okay, let's get this cleaned off. All right, because it's a different shape, I'm going to set this on top to get my cut. All right, we're going to go around the pan. And because we're on this mat, it's going to let me do this beautifully. Right up against the edge. No right or wrong to it, just do it so you can get it. Pull it off. Put it away. Heart shape.
Yay.
Okay.
Would you recommend using a rubber shelf liner if you wanted that mat to stay up against the counter?
Not smack in the middle unless you've got a full-size one because they're bumpy.
Yeah.
So yes, you can over on the sides to keep it from shifting anywhere.
Yeah. Thanks, Rita. That was from Rita Margolian. So.
Hi, Rita.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to let this sit and crust for a few minutes because I'm going to do this.
You realize there's a lot of crusting going on today.
Yes, a little bit of
Okay.
crusting going on. On the mat, we're going to ruffle this. Even though it's not wavy, yes, we're going to ruffle this. And it's a little thicker, but that's okay. It's just for look. And if it crusts a little bit more, it'll wave more.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but it appears that the whole ruffling technique is what you're doing is thinning out an edge.
Yes,
Correct?
thinning
Which
out
makes
the
it
edge.
expand.
Makes it expand, yes.
There we go. With that nice little ball tool. Is that what that
Yes.
tool is called?
It's called a ball tool.
Okay. Look how clever I am.
It's called a ruffling tool, too.
Oh, good. Okay.
And when you've worked with a lot, then you can figure out how. You're half on, half off. So I'm using it to thin, and I'm going right off the edge also.
Okay.
But then this is fresh fondant. It's not gum paste, it's fondant, so it wants to grab a hold. And it's not giving me my...
Quick question. Will the weight cause the fondant to stretch?
Yes,
Yes.
which is okay for this. We're going to let this sit and crust a little bit more after I do this little bit, and then we'll get it to go out further. Okay. This is going to get stuff on top of it. So even though you see stuff on here, we're going to put some fresh flowers on this cake. I'm going to explain how to prepare your flowers for the cake. This is my way. It may not be the right way, but it's my way of preparing the flowers for it, okay?
Now, the ball tool doesn't have to be metal, does it?
No, there are plastic ones and metal ones.
But you prefer the metal.
I prefer the metal one.
Gotcha.
Plastic just tends to want to grab right onto it. Okay? All right, my turntable.